All right, and welcome back to season 7 of our show. And today it's chicken wings, chicken hearts, and chicken gizzards, Caribbean style. Let's show you how to get it done. So right here we have 3.5 pounds of gizzards and 3.5 pounds of hearts. These gizzards take a very long time to cook, and we're going to show you how to get these nice and tender and filled with flavor. We got some curry powder, turmeric powder. That's what we're going with today. I'm going to mix these two flavors. So I got some turmeric here. I got a Jamaican curry. Now I always like to mix my flavors. Actually, I'm going to use all of it. I ratioed out, but I'm just showing you guys this. So I'm just going to mix this around. Not only does this bring out a beautiful flavor, but it also brightens up the color of the curry. It just gives you this bright, beautiful color to it. I'm going to use the rest of it in here. So you can mix your flavors, especially when it comes to curry. Curry is a very powerful ingredient. So you can just smoothen it out and mix it with different things. Onion powder, garlic powder. You can add more or less to it. So you can do a lot of things with this. All right, so I'm going to start sprinkling some in. A decent amount of it. I'm going to hit it with some salt. A good amount of it. Looks like a lot, but it's really not a lot because it's going in the pressure cooker, so we're going to cook it up. A little black pepper. Decent amount of that. I'm going to go in with some more of our powder here. I'm going to hold off and save the rest for the chicken. All right, so let's mix. Now this gets done in no time. Now we're going to put these in the pressure cooker. We're going to pressure cooker them down with some potatoes, onions. So this is the first part of this dish. The first thing you want to do is just get it flavored with the curry. Bring all that flavor in there. And then we're going to show you the second half in just a little bit here. And we're just going to park this right off to the side. All right, so now we got our chicken. We're going to slide our chicken over. And we're going to get this seasoned up. Same thing for the chicken. I'm going to take our curry powder. I'm going to go over top with it. Just like that. I'm going to use all the curry powder up, because we're going to have a grilled curry. I'm going to go in with some salt, just like that. Maybe a little bit more. Touch more. Chicken on the grill can handle that salt. So I go a little extra on the salt as I'm going to put the chicken on the grill. All right, so here's some scallion. I'm going to take a couple of these scallion. And we're just going to chop them up and get them into our chopper. That's right, we're going right into the chopper with them. And we're going to make a nice marinade for these guys. I'm going to take the white, the green, and just use all of it. So just get it all inside the chopper. So we got a habanero here. I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to look, give it a smell, and then I'm going to taste it. It doesn't smell too hot, so I want to taste this to make sure it's hot. It's got a fair amount of heat, so I'm going to go in with both, seeds and all, because it doesn't taste too hot, and I want those seeds to actually flavor. So we go in with the seeds. We got some garlic. All right, so we're going to put some olive oil in here. This is the first thing we're going to do. And we're going to put some olive oil in here, just like that. Let's lock on. All right, let's give this a taste. It's spot on. Let's bring it out of here. Right inside those chicken wings. Now this is going to be an excellent marinade. We're just going to get some out with the wooden spoon. And let's get a glove back on. And then we're going to mix them in. Just like that. And And this smells fantastic already. And just mix them in well. You can just smell everything coming through. So it's pretty similar to a jerk, but it's not a jerk. It's just a nice spiced up, jazzed up curry. And it grills up beautifully. So we let this marinate. You could let it go overnight, or you let it go for about an hour max out on the table. This way you get to infuse all those beautiful flavors in there. And it's got some kick. That habanero did its job. I could smell it, I can taste it, and that's what you want. All right, so just like that, I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and then we're gonna meet you back here and show you how to put the rest of this meal together. So stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, so we got that chicken all seasoned up. Now it's time to cook our hearts and our gizzards. Let's show you how to get them done. So we took our gizzards and we put them inside a pressure cooker. I went up to the gizzards in water. That's exactly what we did. So we're gonna go in with some onions and some garlic. We got a little garlic here, crushed garlic, and some onions. And you're gonna have to make the amount yours, but that was a whole onion that I used. I got some bay leaves. We're gonna put our bay leaves in. This is the pepper, the hot pepper, the habanero. We're gonna take it. Now, we're gonna cut it in half. And I'm just gonna smell it one more time. It smells hot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the seeds from this one. I'm gonna taste it, but I definitely know that this boy's got some heat. All right, so let's give this a shot. Just right off the tip of the tongue, it's spicy. So I'm gonna cut it up just like that. In the pot where we go. I'm gonna take the seeds out of this one. And I'm gonna drop this one in whole. So this pot's gonna have some heat. Garlic powder. I'm gonna add a little bit of that in there. And then I'm gonna mix. Now I chopped up some potatoes here. And the potatoes are gonna make a nice gravy. And they're gonna thicken this nice stew. All right, so we got that in. And I'm just gonna start dropping some potatoes in. Now I had some potatoes that were just about ready to be used, and I'm using them. And that's what I do. You know, when I cook, all this stuff is just off the cuff. Tonight, we just decided to make this. Nothing's planned ever. And very rarely do we put together a menu where we plan it. We just kind of take it and use what we have around the house. And if something needs to be used up, we make the menu for it. That's it. So if it needs to get used up, we'll take that dish and we'll make a menu with it. And there it is. So I got a potato left over. I think I'm gonna leave it out, but we got enough potatoes in here. I'm gonna lock this on for 40 minutes. 40 minutes, let it come to a natural release. That means we're not gonna hit the button and let all the steam out. And then we're gonna meet you back here, and it leaves us time to cook our chicken, make some rice, and throw on a veg. So stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, let's get these wings on. All right, we are grilling these. We are not smoking them. Hear that sound? That means grill. And get all these guys lined up around the fire. And this grill's got a lot of real estate. That's what you want. Just gotta dump them all on there. Work them around. They won't burn up. There we go. That's the fast and easy way to get it done. Let's close up and we'll meet you back here to flip them. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's turn this. We're only about 15 minutes in. Look at these guys. They're looking right. That's what you want. Look at the color on there. That color's looking fabulous. And this grill cooks pretty even, so you can't ask for a much better cook. You know, this grill was a new grill to me. And when I grill, I'll grill everything on it, because I want to see where all my hot spots are. I want to see exactly what I'm working with. And I want to see how the grill operates. So the best thing you can do, you get a new car, new motorcycle, you drive it. Put some time in on it. Get to know the vehicle or get to know the grill. And that's what you got to do. Practice makes perfect. That's it. I'm going to switch a couple of things out. Let this fire cool down, and we'll meet you back here. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, we got that chicken cooking away. Time to cook some rice. Let's show you how to get it done. One of my favorite things to go along with curry is rice. And today we're cooking a beautiful basmati cumin and onion rice. So we got our basmati here. It's been rinsed, dried. I'm going in with some olive oil. Good douse of the olive oil. Onions. I got a whole onion here. And don't call it onion rice for nothing. So we got the whole onion there. A couple of bay leaves going in. Get the rest of our onion in. Cumin. This is cumin seed, not the powder. So we're just going to sprinkle and just judge it out. Yeah, we'll go all in. Some salt. I'm going to go with just 2 pinches. And then water. I'm going to bring it right up to the rice. Now this rice you don't toast up. You just let the flavor come out by itself. So I'm going to go right over the rice, about there. I'm going to boil this down high. We'll meet you on the stove. All right, time to check on our chicken. And we're looking pretty right. I'm very happy with the way this kettle's cooking. Really can't complain, everything looks pretty even. And juicy. That's what you want. Alright, we're going to close up and meet you guys back here and pull them. So stick around, don't go anywhere. Alright, that chicken's almost done. Our pressure cooker has now stopped. We got the rice cooking away. We need a vegetable, Brussels sprouts. Let's show you how to make these guys. So for this dish, you're going to need Brussels sprouts. Now, I am all for mimicking flavors. To tie this in, we're going to need that habanero. That's the secret here. We got bacon, we got prunes, garlic, onion. We got some white. So this is how we're going to do this. We're going to cook up that bacon in the pan, and everything else goes in. We're going to take the habanero, and we're just going to slice it down into pieces like this. Now, the others were hot, so why should I doubt this one, right? So I'm going to slice it like this. I'm going to take these pieces, and I'm going to put them right in here, right into our onion. Now that should bring me enough heat in here. And if I want more, I got this guy right here, which I think I'm going to just throw in one of those. Vegetables, you don't want to put a lot of heat in because they take on to that heat. Dynamite. So you don't need too much heat in there, just a glimpse of that pepper, and that's it. All right, on the stove we go. All right, check out this rice. Now we left this uncovered, and just when you see the water evaporate, and there's no more water in here, and the rice is looking about just like that, I'm putting my lid on. And if I need more water, I can add it. That's it. Let's cook some veggies. All right, so we're cooking down some bacon. We put a little olive oil in the pan just to get it going. We got the bacon in there, which is salt pork, onion, and those beautiful peppers. So we're just cooking this down. We want to bring all the oil out of the bacon. We want to be able to fry up those Brussels sprouts in there. Now we're going to add our garlic. And we're just going to cook this in. That's it. We'll meet you right back here when it's time to throw those prunes and the Brussels sprouts in. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, so the bacon's cooked down nicely. And now we're going to get the Brussels sprouts in. All of them. So just like that, we're going to cook these guys down. About 10 minutes, that's all it takes. Get them nice and soft, but not mushy. And we'll just fry them up in this. See how beautiful they're coming out already? We're gonna deglaze with a little white wine. Throw those prunes in. We've got the heat from those peppers in there. The prunes are gonna make this sweet. And the bacon is the saltiness. So you got sweet, savory, and salty. All right, we'll meet you right back here. Stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, Brussels sprouts are looking right. So now it's time to add our prunes. I'm gonna mix those in. And now to bring out the flavor in the prune, a little white wine. Deglaze that pan. We're gonna let this cook off. And there you have it. It's looking right. So at this time, while the wine's cooking off, we put the lid on and let them cook to tender, 10 minutes. We'll meet you on the chopping block. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Okay, our pressure cooker has stopped. It's time to pull out these gizzards and hearts. So first thing you want to do is you want to check all your seasonings and see if everything's spot on. Now I added just a touch more salt to this, and now we're going to get these out of the cooker. So we're going to drain them in a pot. And we're going to let them go for about 10 more minutes, because it's all you need to get them the perfect tenderness. Now if you let them go any more in here, you'll misjudge and you'll bust up all your potatoes, and you don't want to do that. Now you want some of the potatoes to break up because they make a nice gravy, but you don't want to bust up all of your potatoes. All right, we're going to get this out of here, and onto the stove it goes, and we'll meet you back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, time to pull these. Look at those guys. They're looking right. So we'll just get all these guys inside. Now these ran for about an hour. That's how long they ran. I ran them low, about 350 degrees. And this grill holds a lot of moisture. It holds more moisture than my Weber, which is a good thing. So that's that. I'm gonna pull these off. We're gonna meet you inside and plate up. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, and here we are on the chopping block of season 7. Let's show you what we got. Take a look at those curry wings. Now that's a unique one. It's very rare you see somebody curry chicken and throw it on the grill. That's gonna be delicious. take a look at those gizzards and hearts. Another unique dish. Only seen here on barbecue Southern style. And look at that rice. That's an onion rice with cumin seeds. And we cannot forget those beautiful vegetables. Those Brussels sprouts are spot on. All right, time to plate up. So what we'll do is get a little rice on this plate. Now we made this rice a bit on the drier side, just because it goes great with those gizzards. We didn't want it too wet, and we didn't want it too dry, but it's fluffy. So we're gonna go about there with it, maybe a little bit more. Put a little indent in there. And here go those gizzards and the hearts. Now you see how the potato made a beautiful gravy? So we're just gonna go right over top of that rice. Little potato off onto the side there. I'm gonna go with a couple more of those gizzards. Get a little gravy on there. And this dish is gonna be spectacular. How about these vegetables? Let's throw some of these guys on the side. Not gonna go wrong with these. Now these have some kick. And last, we'll throw a little chicken on that plate. A couple of these nice wings. There it is. We got ourselves a beautiful plate. Let's try those gizzards. Those gizzards and hearts are spectacular. They're tender. They've taken in all the flavor from the curry. That little potato gives that nice thick broth in there. Not too thick, and it coats the rice beautifully. The rice, the cumin seed, just gives that oomph to the meal because you can taste that cumin in the background. It's just a great combination. You know, a lot of people don't utilize gizzards or hearts, or they think they just make gravy or they're used around the holiday time, but I utilize them all year round. And there's so much more you can do with those. They're healthy, they're filling, and the price is right. They're extremely cheap. So get a hold of those and hope you try those out. Let's try those wings. You know, these two chickens work remarkably well together. That curry is just like the perfect complement to one another. Eating two chicken parts, totally different together, just works so well. And the curry just, like I said, brings them right together. Fantastic dish, especially with the grilled taste in the background. Phenomenal. All right, let's try those vegetables. You know, I don't think I could have chose a better vegetable than Brussels sprouts to go with this meal. And you know, that pepper that we put in there, the habanero, it just brings all the flavor out of those vegetables. And it's something that everything that we put on that plate has in common because we shared the same pepper with every single thing that was on that plate. And it just brings them right together. The bacon in there, that salt pork, gives that saltiness to this dish. It just works so well with the Brussels sprout. And the sweetness of the prune against that hot pepper is outrageous. All right, we're gonna get organized. I'm gonna meet you guys right back here, so stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, and there it is. Curry grilled chicken. We grilled that up to perfection. We park that right on the side of some curry gizzards and curry hearts. Bet you guys didn't see that one coming. It's a phenomenal dish. On the side, some gorgeous Brussels sprouts. I gave you an amazing rice in there. It's an onion rice with cumin seed. You guys gotta try that one. It's a powerful combination. All of it together. Excellent dish. Like always, we enjoyed having you. We thank you for coming. And with no further ado, gotta get that last Pitmaster bite of chicken there.